Here's a new printer. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that one. I've no idea. 20 quid. I paid 20 quid for this. Look at that compared to that. £1,000 rip-off compared to 20 quid. Oh my days. But yeah, we don't know yet. I don't even know if it prints, but for 20 quid, it was worth a try. I think my camera's gonna die, so I have to spit out what I have to say. So as you know, that other printer, which is down there in an absolute shipwreck, didn't work. I paid £1,000 for this whole setup. Granted, I've actually got some equipment, but I don't know how much this thing costs. Probably about 20 quid as well. So absolutely scammed. We found out the response from the guy after I rang up his whole town. I rang up his barbers. Through the barbers I rang up, I managed to find his sister, which his sister has a business, which I rang, and that's how I got the connection, obviously, to his number. And apparently I was terrorising his family, but if he sold me a dud and I paid £1,000 for it, obviously I'm gonna try my hardest to get my money back. So it's obviously gonna have to go through court now. But let's stop the talk and actually see if we can print. I've got everything set up. I'm just gonna plug the printer into my computer. All right, what's going on? It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new life. I forgot the words, but 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just gonna get on this before work and see if I can print a number plate. I got a new cable. I just found this around the house. Yesterday I realised that even when I plug the printer in, I have to download some software, because I asked ChatGPT to my computer so that the printer registers. Because there's absolutely no data up here, and it's absolutely freezing. Put my mobile data on to my computer. Same jumper that I went to pick up the printer in and all the stuff. So we're basically back to square one after that whole battle. I'm still battling through it as well, because now I have to deal with court cases because bro's an arsehole. So hopefully, when this works, I'll be able to make number plates and start making a bit of money. But it's all about the advertising, isn't it? Yeah, new chair upgrade as well. I realise it's not being used, so we may as well sit in here, because this is where I want to be all the time. I want this to be my station. But I think we might have to move area soon and be evicted from this spot, because this is one of the rooms that's being done in my house upstairs. And we're gonna have to do another coat around this room, I think. So I'll probably have to move to another room. Watch this. You ready? Paper in. Print to test page. Watch this. Perfect. Look at this. That's what we like. That is going to be in my archives. So we've got a working printer that is now connected to my laptop. So now I'm going to go onto the number plate app and I'm going to see if I can print a number plate. All right, just got back from work. And this morning, after I connected the printer, I printed out a test sheet. And the test sheet was successful. I have it there on the side, and I'm probably going to keep it as the first thing I've ever printed on my printer. And then this morning, I then went onto my plate making software in order to actually print the plates, and it wouldn't let me print. After various tries, it just wouldn't let me print. I tried everything, and then while I was at work, I ended up messaging my number plate supplier, which supplied the software, which I had to find, because once again, the matey that I brought the whole thing from is a scammer. So I ended up having to find a number plate supplier, but he's very nice. He's a very nice guy. He's very down to earth. He gets back to you like that. And I messaged him and I said, what's up? I've connected my printer. I've tried to actually print the plates, but nothing's happening. And then what he messaged me is he says, oh, it still says ITP plates. I think the default version, when I should have put in like a specific number, a specific code to then get to his number plate software, which will then let me print. So I'll try that now and I'll see if it works. So what the problem was is I needed to put a license key into my number plate software. I'm just gonna try it now and then see if it works. Yeah, so he said my software hasn't actually been activated. I think that's a good thing, because I haven't actually started my year subscription yet. That's what it hopefully means. So I obviously need to activate it so that I don't get charged for a whole year while I haven't been using it. All right, so it says new key, something is valid until 100 blah, blah, blah days. This is moment of the truth. It actually says I can print now. Just gonna print the front. All right, we got a plate here. All right, that's it in. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. All right, so what I did is I changed my printer to MP Tray Priority.